it's me, Peter Pan's shadow here, or just shadow. Now, if you think knowing Peter Pan is enough of a wild card, just wait until you hear my secret. I want to be a dancer. Okay, maybe that's not so shocking, but try as I might, my dancing skills are about as sharp as Captain Hook's hook hand. More like to left feet than to left hooks. So how's a shadow supposed to master the art of dance? Well, with a little pixie dust, a whole lot of heart, and maybe some tips from unlikely friends, anything's possible. You just have to keep believing, and who knows, maybe even your shadow will surprise you. Our story starts with me trailing behind Peter Pan, keeping him grounded, literally. Now, usually I'm pretty happy just tagging along with my best buddy Pete, but lately I've been feeling a little restless. Don't get me wrong, being Peter Pan's shadow is the coolest gig in Neverland, or at least in the shadows. We zip and zoom all over the place. I mean, have you seen the view from under his jacket? Absolutely priceless. But I yearn for more than just following him around. I want to branch out, strike out on my own, do my own thing. So while Peter is busy having a shadow-free moment flying with the Lost Boys or fighting off Captain Hook, I decide to explore the world on my own terms. At first, it's pretty awkward. My usual moves involve stretching, contorting, and copying what Peter does, which, as you can probably guess, doesn't really count as dancing. Plus, being a shadow, I don't exactly have the best sense of rhythm. In fact, my internal clock is completely off, like seriously off. 1 minute I'm doing the cha-cha slide and the next I'm stuck in the Macarena. It's a mess, but then something magical happens. As I'm practicing my, well, lack of moves, I stumble upon an old music box tucked away in a forgotten corner of Neverland. Now, this ain't no ordinary music box. Oh, no, as soon as I wind it up, a cascade of notes pours out, each one more enchanting than the last. It's like the soundtrack to a never-ending adventure. And suddenly, as if by magic, these loading tunes put my feet in motion. I'm tapping, I'm waltzing, I'm even doing the foxtrot, all without a single thought about what I'm doing. You see, this music box isn't just a source of sweet melodies. It's a portal to rhythm. Each twirl of the handle opens up a new world of sound and movement. And as I dance, I feel lighter, happier, more alive than I ever have before. But this musical interlude is just the beginning. I may have found my groove, but I'm still far from being the best dancer in Neverland. If you ask Peter, I'll never have the moves to match my ambitions, but I refuse to give up. So I do what any aspiring dancer would do. I observe the most graceful dancers in Neverland, secretly emulating their every move. Now let's just say my efforts aren't going unnoticed. Before long, I've got company. Now, depending on what kind of story you're in the mood for, this could go two ways. Either Tinker Bell, always the competitive one, decides she wants in on the dance-off, or Captain Hook, with his ego the size of a crocodile, throws down the gauntlet after catching me in his crosshairs. Let's go with both. They decide to join the fray, each offering their own special brand of support. Tink is all glittery cheers and helpful tips, while Hook keeps trying to distract me with threats, only to accidentally break into impromptu dance numbers himself. Either way, I'm getting some pointers, though most of them involve eye-popping, double standards, and dubious advice like Hook's signature move, the pirouetting bunt. Yeah, I'm not sure that counts either. So with a mix of encouragement, bewilderment, and maybe a few dirty looks, I head off to practice some more. Now the montage is here. It's time to roll those dance moves like an epic rap battle. We gotta hit every genre, every style, and every level of skill, from ballet to hip-hop, jazz to waltz. I'm attempting them all, but don't worry, it's not all sunshine and roses. There are stumbles, falls, and moments when I just want to throw in the pixie dust and call it a day. Through it all, the Lost Boys are there, providing moral support from the sidelines, mostly because they're terrified of Hook, but also because they genuinely want me to succeed, I think. Meanwhile, Tinkerbell is a whirlwind of sparkly wisdom, swooping in with tips and tricks to help me perfect my poses and improve my footwork. And yes, she's totally keeping a tally of my progress. Competition is fierce, and believe it or not, Captain Hook's not making things easier. He keeps showing up at the worst possible moments, either to give unsolicited advice or to gloat about how great he used to be at dancing back in his swashbuckling prime. But hey, his heart might be as hard as his hook hand, but it's not made of stone. Just, don't expect him to admit it. As I'm refining my routine, I can't help but notice something interesting. All my favorite moves come from the music box. Each turn of the handle sparks a new burst of inspiration, a flurry of twirls, leaps and dips that feel completely natural to me. It's almost like the music box is guiding me, helping me discover my own unique rhythm. But hold on, I'm getting ahead of myself. Just because I've got a killer playlist doesn't mean I am ready to take on the dance floor. No, siree, I'm still working on nailing all those fancy footwork, learning how to express myself through every twirl and perfecting that dramatic pose. It's gonna take time, dedication, and maybe a few more stumbles along the way. After all, I'm not just dancing for myself here. I want to represent Peter, the Lost Boys, Tinkerbell, even Captain Hook, all the wonderful, wacky characters who make Neverland feel like home. And as I rehearse, I start to realize that the real challenge isn't just mastering the steps. It's finding the courage to be myself, to embrace my quirks and celebrate what makes me, me. And speaking of quirks, have you noticed anyone in particular watching me practice? If you guessed a wise old mermaid with a twinkle in her eye and a song in her heart, you'd be absolutely right. Or maybe it's a gentle fairy with iridescent wings and a calming presence. Well, the details are a bit fuzzy, but what matters is the message. She sees something special in me, a spark that sets me apart from all the other shadows in Neverland. She encourages me to trust my instincts, to listen to the music, and to let my movements flow as naturally as the tides. Her belief in me gives me strength, reminding me that I can achieve anything if I set my mind to it, even if it means dancing in front of a crowd. And boy, is the finale gonna be spectacular. The Lost Boys have organized a grand performance, a celebration of all things dance. Every creature, fairy, mermaid, pirate, and shadow is invited, and yes, I've been asked to perform too. Peter, well, he's in his own world, soaring through Neverland, probably fighting off a horde of crocodiles or something. He's not gonna make it back in time. The stage is set, the Lost Boys are hyped, and Tinkerbell is vibrating with excitement. As for me, I'm feeling a mixture of nerves and anticipation. Will my routine wow the crowd? Will it make Peter jealous? Will Captain Hook throw a tantrum if I steal the spotlight? Who cares? It's time to dance. I step onto the stage and the music swells. For a moment, all eyes are on me. Then as the beat drops, I'm off. I spin, I leap, I dip and I twirl, pouring every ounce of joy, energy, and a little pixie dust into every move. The audience gasps, they cheer, they even whistle along to the catchy tunes. And as I dance, I feel lighter, happier, more connected to the music and to myself than I ever have before. It's like the music box, the Lost Boys, Tinkerbell, and even Captain Hook. They've all become part of my dance. It's a celebration of everything that makes Neverland so special. The magic, the wonder, the laughter, even the occasional fight. And as I finish my routine, the crowd erupts into thunderous applause. Even Peter, who just flew in from a quick battle with a ticking crocodile, can't help but stare in amazement. From that moment on, Peter sees me in a whole new light. He realizes that even shadows can shine, and that sometimes the greatest adventures happen when you least expect them. As for me, I learned that dancing isn't just about the steps, it's about expressing yourself, finding your rhythm, and celebrating what makes you unique. So remember, no matter where you are in Neverland or in your own backyard, if you've got a dream, follow it. With a little pixie dust, a whole lot of heart, and maybe some tips from unlikely friends, anything's possible. Just keep believing. Oh, and one more thing. If you ever find a mysterious music box, don't just wind it up and dance. Ask the shadow first. After all, we're the ones who really know how to cut a rug. Thanks for joining Hanum Cartoon Channel on this wild ride through Neverland. I've been your host, Peter Pan's Shadow, or just Shadow. Until next time, keep dancing, keep believing, and keep exploring the shadows. You never know what you might find. Bye.